Growth School, and I'm very, very excited to host all of you people. There's a lot that we're going to cover today, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm really, really sure that this could be quite game changing for a lot of you people. Okay. With that being said, without delaying it any further, I would love to get started. That way, we will get a hang of things and a bunch of instructions that we need to follow. And very soon, we will get started with the content as well. Now, official welcome to the Generative AI workshop by Growth School. Like I said, my name is Webhav Sisanti. I'll be your host. Now, very important thing. For a lot of time, right, we will be keeping the chat off. And in fact, we will change the setting to host and co-host. Right now, when you drop a message, everyone can see that message, right? Very, very soon, we will be changing that to hosts and co-hosts. As a result, whatever you send, I can see it, but nobody else can see it. Why do we do that? Just to make sure that other people are not getting disturbed a lot, right? That is one very important thing I wanted to put out, because after this, I'm going to ask you questions and you're going to send a message and you'll be like, nobody's messaging. Is anyone else on the session? Is my internet working? You will have all those doubts coming in. So because I don't want you guys to be confused, hence I'm giving you the heads up. Are we clear? Are we clear with this? After a point of time, you might not be able to see the messages. Now, because we don't have messages turned on, it's also not possible because there are going to be thousands of people on this one. The way we're going to communicate is via reactions. How many of you guys have figured out a way that on the Zoom bottom part, right, there is something called as reactions? Can I get a bunch of hearts? Can everybody test that feature out to see if it's working for you guys or not? Okay, awesome. Thanks for all the love. But what is going to happen is every time I ask you a question, right, it would be great if you guys can react using this. This way, what we could do is I know that on the other side, you guys are still learning from me. Okay, that is the rule of thumb. Now, with that a rule of thumb, let's talk about a fun fact. And the fun fact is that, guys, 99% of people who think AI is ChatGPT or Copilot. Every time I speak to people, right, they're always like, oh, I know AI, it is ChatGPT. No. And a few people are like, oh, it's Gemini by Google and Claude by Anthropic. And they think that is what AI is. And every time when someone says something like this, no, it scares me. It really scares me because AI is already like 100 times more powerful than most people understand. And that is what I want. That is why I love teaching. The reason why I love teaching is because people think AI is ChatGPT and Gemini, but AI is a lot more than that. And today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how powerful AI is. And this is not a show that you're just going to see. This is a show that you're going to learn and experience so that you can take these learnings out and use it in your work, use it running in your business, doing better in your exams or whatever you do. We are here to teach you how you could use AI in the best way possible. The reason why we love teaching AI is because today AI is like a super smart assistant. How many of you guys have tried one of the AI tools before, like ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, whatever, or Meta AI? Give me a thumbs up. All of us have tried it, right? Now, it is currently very smart. It is like a super smart assistant. But the problem is that is what people think it is. You know what? It won't be the case for a very long time. It will not be like just a super smart assistant for a very long time. AI, and this is the reality, don't take me wrong, okay? AI is going to come for all our jobs. It is happening. Whether you like it or not, it is happening. AI is coming for all our jobs. And if you ask my prediction, I think AI will take out 4 out of 5 jobs in the next couple of years. And it is happening, and it's going to only get worse. Because, like I told you, the massacre has begun. I'll tell you a stat. I was watching a YouTube video of CNBC, and they made a documentary, okay? In the US, in the last 12 months, 12 lakh people 12 lakh, that is 1.2 million people have lost jobs because of AI. 12 lakh. In India, it is insane as well. But you know what? These numbers are not properly reported in India. As a result, we don't get to know. Jobs are going left, right, and center. But in the US, right, it's a law for companies to report these numbers. As a result, they're able to calculate and measure it. 1.2 million or 12 lakh jobs have already gone. And biggest of companies, right, like Google, Microsoft, AMD, every big company has been laying off. Of course, there was TCS and companies like that also in India which have laid off. And some may say that it is not because of AI, but all of us know it is purely because of AI. And that is the thing. If you are in this workshop, when I say 4 out of 5 jobs are going to go away, my job today is to introduce you AI well enough that you will continue to explore, execute, and learn AI so that you choose or you will be part of that 1 out of 5 people who will continue to have a job. That is what I'm trying to do with this workshop. While 4 out of 5 jobs are going to go away and that we cannot stop, how can I make sure that I prepare all of you people to be part of that one who will continue to have a job? And when I say have a job, right, I'm not just talking about people who are working professionals or people who are students who want to become working professionals. I'm also talking about entrepreneurs. All of us also do a job. How do we stay ahead so that we are not part of those four who lose that? Now, is this me who's saying this, that oh, if you learn AI, you will continue to have your job, everything will be fine? Is that me who is saying this? Absolutely not. I'm talking about Jensen Wong. He is the CEO of Nvidia. What is Nvidia? The most valuable company in the world. The value of the company is more than the GDP of our country, India. It's more than $5 trillion, which is more than the GDP of our country. Now you'll be like, Vaibhav, that is valuation, this is GDP. You cannot compare both of them. I know. But I mean, it is basically for you to understand how large that bloody company, right? And the founder of that company says AI isn't going to take your job. Someone using AI is coming to take your job. So first, everyone should learn how to use AI so that they can augment or productize themselves to a very different level, right? It is very, very important for us to all level up. This is an art, this is a skill that all of us need to have. And that is how I've designed this workshop so that you guys will be part of the winner group, irrespective of who you are, entrepreneurs or working professionals, it doesn't matter. Now, as I get started, I wanted to give you a pro tip for all those smart cookies here. There are a lot of times you will see something or two things back to back that you might already know. You're like, oh, I know all of this. It's not useful. I'm going to drop off. And you can drop off if you want to. But you know what? You will miss out on a lot. My advice for everyone is, even if you come across something that you already know, you saw something I'm teaching, and by the face of it, you know that, I know this. Have patience, chill out, go for a washroom break and come back, drink some coffee, and have some patience. Because I can tell you one thing for a fact, you will not know everything that is part of this workshop. Even if you know everything that is part of the workshop, which is almost impossible, because there are a bunch of things that I'm going to teach you today which nobody knows. These are my workflows that I'm going to teach you, so it's kind of impossible. But a few people will still be like, no, I know everything. Still, if you know everything also, this will be a good revision, this will be perspectives. Be a good learner. That is my only request. And definitely don't miss out on the last 30 minutes of this. You're going to regret it. Okay, that's a pro tip. If you know something, have some patience. That's all I would say. Now, with that being said, if you're on a phone, if you have a phone next to you, make sure you put the phone to silent. Now, I don't want you guys to be watching the session on a laptop and have your phone and swiping like this. That's not what I want you to do. If that is what you want to do, drop off from this call, do justice to that Instagram reels that you're watching. If that is what you want to do, please do it. But if you don't want and you want to learn, have some focus today for the next couple of hours. Okay. There's a guy who's standing here shouting his guts out to make sure you're learning something new today. Two, eliminate all the distractions. Yes, I'm talking to you who is watching Netflix with the laptop or the mobile phone on and thinking that nobody is seeing you. I'm seeing you. Turn off your Netflix, turn off your Hotstar, start listening to what I'm saying. Okay. Three, grab your pen and paper. Get a water bottle. I don't want you guys to be distracted for the next couple of hours at least. Right. And four, AI is evolving very, very fast, guys. There are a lot of things that I'm going to teach you today that might not even work when I'm teaching you because they're all so early. Right. Have some patience. If it doesn't work, don't put it on me. It's fine. We'll have enough things that we will learn. And it's impossible to cover every single thing about AI. So just making it clear. And finally, recording to this workshop will not be provided. We will not give you recording. If you want to learn, sit on this session, attend it, learn it. Don't expect us to give you a video. We are not going to do that. We are not, I don't want to do that. If you're serious about it, spend the time. And finally, towards the end of the session, I will share all the links, all the prompts that I'm going to cover today. The links will be given to you, the prompts will be given to you, and also a little more. Okay? Don't ask me over and over again, Weber, what was the prompt? What was the tool? What was this? What was that? I will share everything with you. Okay? So you don't have to worry. And also for all those people who are like, oh my God, this is a recording. This is live. Is this recording or live? It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't even matter if I'm an alien. It doesn't matter if I'm taking this session from a different planet. It doesn't matter if this is whatever, if I'm an AI. It doesn't matter. You're here to learn. Stop giving yourself reasons on why you should not learn. You can do that if you want to, but who is losing? It's you. So focus on learning rather than all this arbitrary noise. It is not useful for anyone. Okay, if you have any of those doubts, I'll give you the permission, drop off from the call, let the right set of people be on this call. If anybody is seen spamming on the chat, my team will basically throw them out of the call as well. I'm a teacher and I'm a strict one, and I want my learners to be good. And that is the behavior I expect from everyone. My promise is that all of you guys will have a great. Okay? If we are clear, drop a boom in the chat as we get started with the first thing. Drop a boom in the chat, guys. Drop a boom in the chat as we get started with the first thing today. I hope you guys are super excited because I am. I hope you guys can see my energy. Of course, my coffee has kicked in. So I'm very excited, but I hope all of you guys are as well. Now, for all the people who are staying till the end, not giving up. They are like, no, WebHub, I'm going to do my 100% to learn and I'm not going to give up. And you know what? I am the best learner. I have something very nice for you. Towards the end, of course, I will share all the links of the tools, bonuses, and everything with you guys. On top of that, I will teach you three things. Actually, my team will teach you three things. One, we'll teach you how to get ChatGPT for free. We'll teach you how to get Gemini for free. We'll teach you how to get an incredible AI browser for free for 1 year. Would you guys want to know all about all of these things? Stick around till the end and we will teach you all these things to all of you people. Okay? Awesome. Now that that is done, let's get started with the learning that you are all here for. Now, here's a rule of thumb. You see, this is one advice that I give to everyone. And that is, if you're just getting started with respect to learning AI, right? What I recommend everyone is to make a list of things that they want that they do on an everyday level. Make a list of things that you do every day. Okay. And once you list the things that you do every day, select the ones that you don't enjoy doing. Because every day we do a lot of things, right? The things that we enjoy, the things that we don't enjoy. List down the things, select the ones that you don't enjoy. And the ones that we don't enjoy are the ones that you should try to automate using AI. You should think about, how do I get AI to do this for me? Right? And that is what I will recommend all of you guys to do, because there are thousands of AI tools out there. Everybody on the internet says this is the best tool, this is the best tool, this is the best tool. You're like, bhai, there are 1,000 tools. Which tool should I use? What should I use for what? That is the problem that I will solve for you today. And that is by introducing you a framework that is incredibly powerful. And you know what that framework is called? It's called AIY. Now, what is AIY? AIY basically means AI for yourself. The framework is called AI for yourself. And in this framework, what I teach you is all the core skills that you need to get started with AI. All the things for your productivity, all the things that AI can help you with learning, all the things that AI can help you with creativity, all the things that AI can help you with your career. These are everything that we're going to explore today using the framework of AI for yourself. You're going to learn like a ton of tools, guys, more than like 15 odd tools today in the next 90 minutes. So I hope you guys are ready for this. Okay. Now, to start with, I told you there are all these skills that we're going to learn. The first one is AI for core skills you need. What are the core skills that you need to learn to be able to use AI in the best way? The first and the foremost thing that you need to learn to master the art of AI is how you talk to AI. And talking to AI is something called as prompting. The art of talking to AI. How do you talk to AI in a way that you get the best kind of output is basically what prompt engineering is. Now, because there's a word engineering inside of it, is it very technical? No, it is not. I'm not even a software engineer. You don't need to be a software engineer. This is for everyone. Now, there are a lot of prompting techniques. Okay? And it's impossible for me to cover all of them today. So I thought I will teach you one, but that one should be so powerful that it should work 90% of the times. Do you guys want to learn that? That one prompting technique that will work 90% of the times. That is what I'm gonna teach you right now. Okay? Now, second. Okay. Give me a thumbs up if you guys are able to hear me and see me. And team, let me control the reactions. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Now everybody can give me a thumbs up. Perfect. I was wondering why is people not responding? Is my internet working or not? Okay. Awesome. Now let's get right into the first one, which is prompting. Now, how do you go about prompting? You see, everyone would be on ChatGPT. And by the way, ChatGPT, you can always use the ChatGPT 5.1, which is the recent model, the most recent model right now. And of course, right, you can use the old one as well. Not so important at this point of time. But when we are using ChatGPT, how do we prompt? Let's say we have a task, and the task is that you want AI to write an email to invite, let's say, 10,000 of email. You have an email subscribers list of 10,000 people, and you want to invite all of them to attend your workshop. How would you get AI to write an email? Well, I come to ChatGPT, and most people will be like, write an email inviting my users for my AI workshop. This is how people will write an email, right? When you write something like this, here's the funny part, right? Because AI is so good, it will still come up with a decent email, right? It will still come up with a decent email. Look at that. I'm hosting a brand new AI workshop this weekend. It's designed to help you to level up and fast, and it works. There is no problem with this. It's decent. But you know what? You guys have attended this workshop. So you should be able to come with emails that are 10 times better than this, at least 5 times better than this. How do you do that? By changing the way you prompt. Well, there is a prompting technique that I follow, and that, my friends, is called as markdown. Sorry, that is called as magic prompt formula. Now, when I have to write an email, right, this is how I would write. First, I would start with something called as role. Now, what is role? Role is basically me telling AI what I want it to behave like. Because AI is smart in so many things, I have to remind itself, Acha, can you look like a marketer suddenly for a while? And it can. So I will say role. I'm giving a role to AI right now. And I say, you are an experienced email copywriter who has written for brands like Uber, Apple, etc. Now, when I write a role like this, what happens is ChatGPT or any AI model for that matter, all of a sudden will think about, wait, how do these experienced email writers write their email? And it starts remembering the things that it read in the past. Understood? That is what role is. However, you want AI to behave, you just specify that. Next is task. What do you want AI to do? Here, I can say something very simple like this. I've already written it to save time. I can say something like this. Write a launch email for a new workshop on generative AI, right? And write an email inviting people who have signed up for the workshop by web assistant. Okay, this is the task. So AI know what it needs to do, and it has to act like an experienced email copywriter. Now, this in itself as a prompt is 5 times better. But just to make it even better, right? I add something like called as instructions after this. Now, what is instructions? I always treat AI like a kid, but it's very smart kid. While I know it can do a great job at writing the email, if I give a little more information, no, I know AI will do even better. So I need to tell about what is my audience, what are the kind of people I have. So I said, make the copy over the top fun and designed to resonate with an audience of 25 plus years old, because that's my audience who are figuring out the way around ChatGPT. Focus a lot on marketing, tech, product, and design role, and how this workshop will be helpful for them. Talk about other interesting things that I'll cover. So basically, I'm telling more things about my audience to AI. Now, this is a lot of information for it to come up with a great email. This is a great prompt right now. Now, if I send this, let us see what it comes up with. Look at this. Hey, you legend. You signed up for Web of Synthesis Generative AI workshop. Now the fun begins. This is not another boring AI 101 session where someone reads slides. This is a workshop where people walk in confused about GPT and walk out feeling like they've unlocked cheat codes for their career. Guys, drop a insane in the chat or a 10x in the chat if you think this email is at least 10 times better than the last one that we got, or an insane in the chat, or a boom in the chat, or a 100x in the chat, whatever works for you. You see, everyone knew everyone knew AI is chat GPT. Everyone thought they knew how to use AI, right? And everybody wrote prompts like, write a poem for my dog. Now that is not a good prompt. And that is what I taught you so that you can get a much better output. Now, can I show you a trick? I'll show you a trick. Okay. I think you will like it a lot. And the trick is, I have realized, because we are talking about core skills, right? I have realized that I don't want to trust one AI. Why should I only trust ChatGPT? Why? Because I think it is good. But I'm like, no, I don't want to trust ChatGPT. I want Gemini also to work. I want ChatGPT also to work. I want Claude also to work. I want Grok also to work. Grok, Elon Musk has built it with so much of effort. I want Grok also to work. But if I want all of them to work, I have to open 4 different windows, take 5 different subscriptions. I like Mark Zuckerberg also. I want Meta also to tell me the answer. How do I do that? Well, I use a very interesting tool so that multiple AIs work for me. And that tool name is called as Multi. And it's a free tool that you can start using. Of course, if you use a lot, you have to pay for it. But Multi, which is Get Multi, is incredible. Okay, guys, again, we'll share links of all the tools. In Multi, what I can do is I can simply click on compare model, and you can see this. There are literally 500 different AI models on this platform. I can get literally 10, 15 models to answer me at once. For example, let's say I want all these 4 AI models to work for me. Top model combos picked for you. I'll select this and you look at this. There is ChatGPT, there is Anthropic, there's Gemini, there is DeepSeek as well. And if this is not enough for you, let's add Llama also. Let's add Gemma also. Let's add Quen 3 also. You can add how many ever models you want. There you go. I've added like 6 models. Now we had a prompt, right? We gave here to get an email. Why should I only rely on ChatGPT? Why shouldn't every other model have some fun as well? So I copy and paste the same prompt. Of course, because there are so many AI models that has to work, sometimes it has to take some time. But look at this. All of a sudden, I'm not doing anything. We are getting multiple AI models to work for us parallelly. We have already got OpenAI's answer. We have already got Claude's answer. Now we got Gemini 2.5 Pro answer as well, right? And now finally, we are getting the DeepSeek answer here as well. You can see that. And Llama by Meta also gave you an answer. And Gemma 3, which is an open source AI model, also gave us the same answer. One prompt, literally 6 different AI models working for me. And I can select whatever I like in one click. Isn't that insane? Drop in a heart if you think that is insane. Why should I rely on only ChatGPT when I can get 5 different AI models to work for me in parallel and then I get to pick the best? That is what Multi can do for you. Right now, you did Multi. You got so many answers. This is great. You wanted a question, you got an answer. Now, your boss or anyone for that matter, I'm making it too hypothetical here and more fun, trying to be more fun here. But let's say you have a very, very important work to be done for which you have to do a lot of research on the internet, right? Basically, let's say you're a founder like me, just making up for an example, right? And you want to grow your company. Let's say in this case, I want to grow my company to Latin America. I want to launch growth school in Mexico City, Brazil, and Peru, and all those regions, right? For that, if I ask ChatGPT, right, it will give me some answers, but it will not give me accurate answers. I want to research, understand the market data, the market research of Latin American region for education market. How do I do that? Do I use regular chat GPT or Gemini or things like that? Absolutely not. Whenever you have a task where you would have done some research on Google by reading multiple articles, what you do is you use your research intern. You have a research intern, guys. I didn't know you know this or not. And you used that research intern. Now, what is the research intern? The best tool, the best AI tool for researching, called as Perplexity. Now, I can write a prompt something like this. You are an expert management consultant who has worked for top consulting brands like McKinsey, PwC, and everything around it. Why did I say McKinsey, PwC? Because these are all management consultant companies who charge tens of thousands of dollars, like lakhs of rupees, to do market research. You have experience in consulting at large companies. Now, I want you to do an extensive research on how Latin American market is, because I want to use this market research of LATAM to launch Growth School in LATAM regions. And I said Growth School is a edtech platform. You can read about it and everything about what we do at Growth School as well. Do a nice market research of edtech and tell me how Growth School fits into LATAM. I gave a prompt. I said, become a expert management consultant, do the research and tell me. Now, this is a very cool thing. By the way, fun stuff. I'm going to tell you how to get Perplexity Pro, the pro version of Perplexity for free towards the end of this session also. Stick around if you don't know how to do that. That's why I have a pro account here as well, right? When you have the Perplexity Pro, right, which is literally free for India at least, there is an option called as research right here. If you select that option and you click on the send button, no, magic happens. You know what Perplexity will do? It will go read literally hundreds of blog articles, understand what you're asking, read up hundreds of blog articles. Look at this. It's analyzing the current data of LATAM market and all of that. And once it finishes all the research, right, it will literally give you a report like this. Look at how extensive this report. It is giving you graphs and charts also. Like, what else do you need in life? Instead of sitting and reading 200 different articles, what are you doing right now? You are nicely, you're nicely giving AI a task, and AI is doing the job and giving you such extensive research. How crazy is this? Now, when it comes to research, there is one more tool which is very, very good as well, and that is Gemini. Okay, Google Gemini. Again, you can get this tool for free as well. The pro version of Gemini is also free. We'll tell you how you can get that for free. You can give a similar prompt like this, right? And in the tools, if you go to tools, right, there is something called as deep research. If you select this and click on the send button, right, you will land on a report like this after some time. Of course, I ran this report like a few days back, actually, a long way, like it's chodo scope. I mean, leave it. It's an old one because I had to run it before to keep it handy for you guys. But you can see the report. Look how long of a report Gemini came up with. And I'll tell you something very cool. If I scroll down, right, look at this. Gemini read all these blog articles it read, and also is telling you how it thought about it before it gave you this report. How crazy is this? Now, you'll be like, Webber, I understood how to do research and all. Can you also teach me how to do research with content? I want to create content. Can you tell me a good tool to do research so that I can make a LinkedIn post, I can make a Twitter post, I can make an Instagram post and go viral? Well, when it comes to something like that, right, I prefer using this tool, Grok. Grok has very good deep research functionality. I can just turn on the deep search option for it to do a deep research. But Grok is by Twitter. As a result, Grok has the special superpower of researching and reading all the tweets about any topic. So if I give any topic, it can read about it. So I can say something like this. You are an expert content researcher who comes up with great content ideas about AI topics. I want you to do an extensive research finding out all the tweets about AI tools that are going viral. I want the new AI tools that are going viral on Twitter so that I can learn about them. Can you please read hundreds of tweets out there see which tweets have gone viral, which are about AI tools or new products that have launched, and give me the list of tools from the last 7 days that I can learn about. There you go. That is the prompt. Just in case if you're wondering, how did I just talk and it got filled up? I use a AI tool to convert my voice to text. Okay. I will remind me towards the end. I'll tell you the name of the tool as. I just send a prompt like this. I selected deep search. Now I told you, Grok has this superpower of having the ability to read tweets on Twitter. If something has gone viral, it's a great thing. I can pick that up and create content on that. Correct. And that is what I'm using. I'm thanking Elon Musk to building for building such a great tool. And now I'm using it nicely for free. I'm using the free account here to do all the research for me. You see how these are so core as skills. We started with writing a prompt to using ChatGPT to get the prompt, and we use the magic prompt formula with role, objective, context, and everything to get a great output. And then we used Get Multi. We used Get Multi to get answers from different AI models. And now that and we understood how to play with different AI models. And now we wanted to learn how to do research on any topic. So instead of reading 100 articles, we got AI to read hundreds of articles and give us a document using a tool like Perplexity. And I also showed you Gemini Deep Research. And then I'm just showing you right now. You can see for 1 minute, 10 seconds, Grok is literally going through ton of tweets that are written in the past to tell us what are some of the new tools that we should learn about. You see how we are evolving to become much better on how we use AI? Guys, if you're liking this approach, drop a boom in the chat so that I know you're liking this approach of how we are solving problems one at a time. Now, there'll be a few people on this call saying, Vaibhav, I know everything that you've shown me. So don't worry. We are starting from beginner to intermediate to advanced. So have patience. That is what I'll tell all those people out there. Okay. Now, as we were trying to be patient, what happened here is Grok did all this crazy research, and here is what it came up with. These are all the tools supposedly that is going viral. Isn't this awesome? Isn't this awesome? We are getting AI to watch the tweets, read about the tweets, watch Twitter for us, and it's able to do the research for us. Super cool. Liking what you're seeing? Awesome. Now, this was your research intern at your service. Now, where do we go next? We have done with core skills, correct? We have done with core skills right now. Now let's jump to productivity. How can we improve our productivity using AI? What is that we can do? Let's get to the next one. Where what this will make you smarter, not work harder. What do I mean by that? If I talk to every person out there in the world and I tell them if there was one tool that should be destroyed forever and should never come back, which eats up a lot of your time. Can you guess what that tool is? One, not an AI tool, but a tool which will break your head. You think you know, but you don't know how to use that tool because it is so complicated, but it is very powerful. There you go. Ashish got it right. It is Shweta got it right. Everybody else is getting right. Excel. Do you agree that Excel looks very simple, but it is the most complicated tool in the world? It is very useful, but learning Excel is very hard. Agree? Agree in the chat if you guys agree with me. Everybody in the world will agree with me. Only people who will not agree are people who don't know what Excel is. But that is okay. Right now, you agree with me. So, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to help you how to make Excel super easy for you people. And the way we do it is by giving the power of AI using a tool called as Numerous. Okay, this is Numerous AI. What it does is it's a Chrome extension, by the way. You can install this extension, and the moment you install this, right, your Google Sheets get a superpower. What do I mean by that? Well, you don't have to remember formulas anymore because AI will write all the formulas for you. And this could be as complicated as VLOOKUPs, HLOOKUPs, app scripts, macros, and everything around it. But I don't want to scare everyone because not everybody needs all of this. But if you're a simple person like you and like me, you are like, you're sitting with problems like this. Array, there is street address here, city here, state here, country here, postal code here. I want all of them together on this cell. How do I do that? Well, these are the problems that we face. Of course, it can do even advanced stuff like that. Now, I don't know what formula to write. So what do I do? Because I have installed numerous AI, I can just go to extensions and say show extension, and this sidebar nicely pops up for me. Okay. I can just come here and I can say generate formula, and I will just explain what I want. I'm going to say, I want to combine all the data that is present in F2, G2, H2, I2, and J2. Make sure you add spaces between them so that it is readable. That is a prompt I wrote. I said generate formula, and then I just explained what I want in the formula. And simply I will click on generate. And you know what this tool will do? This tool will understand what I'm saying, and it just generated a formula. Now, do I understand what this formula means? No, I don't. I'll just click on insert on cell and you see what will happen here. It will basically insert this formula inside of this full address box. Okay. If it is not inserting, I will not worry about it. Copy this and paste it. For whatever reason, it is loading. There you go. I just pasted the formula and here comes the address, and I can simply drag and drop. And guys, look at this. Isn't this crazy? We didn't even write the formula. I just asked AI, do this for me. And AI wrote the formula itself and filled up that information as well. If you think this is good, I would love for you guys to drop in some heart, because this, you guys will agree with me, is a game changer. Numerous AI is a game changer. There is no two ways around it. But you know what? Not everybody uses Excel to write formulas. A lot of people in the world, including me, also use Excel to manage information. What do I mean by that? We will put all the information in the world inside of Excel, right? Things like this. There's a product name, there's a category name, there's a review. But you forgot to put in the form that you also wanted to ask people how much would you rate us from a scale of 1 to 10 or 1 to 5. But you forgot to put that. And people filled up the reviews, and now you don't even know if it is a positive review or a negative review. Now, as you scroll through, there are 500 reviews. Who is going to read each one of them to understand if it's a positive review or a negative review? It will take forever. So, what do? I will come here, and you know what? I will do some AI magic. I will make AI read this line and tell me if it is a positive review or a negative review. How will I do that? I'll come to here and I will say is equal to NAI, which is numerous AI, right? This will only work if you have installed numerous AI. Already. And I'll open the brackets and I will be like, go through the review and tell me if it's positive, negative, or neutral. Respond to me in one word. So I gave a prompt inside of Excel. I'll put a comma and I'll select the cell where the review is so that I can read the review. And that's it, guys. I wrote a prompt inside of Excel, inside of a cell. AI read that review and told it is positive. Works. Now here is where the magic is. Now that this is working, I will simply drag and drop it like this. And you know what? AI, because it is working inside of Excel, it will go through all the reviews and very quickly tell me if it is positive or negative or neutral or anything. Isn't that absolutely wild? Isn't that absolutely wild? So, what did we do here? We just wrote a prompt inside of Excel. Okay. We wrote a prompt inside of Excel and we told what we want that prompt to be and what we wanted the task to be done. It gave me the output. I just dragged it and it did across the board. Guys, if you think this is game changer, drop a comment GC in the chat. Game changer in the chat. Yes, you guys are liking it. Brilliant. I'm so glad you guys are liking it. Now, if you think this was insane and if you think this was a game changer, let me show you something else, which is even more game changer. You know what that is? Because you guys have been quite nice so far. What if I teach how to get AI to do data analysis? Listen, you other people don't know that you're not good with data, but you know that you're not good with data. Most of us are not good with data. We don't know how to write Python. We don't know how to write SQL. We don't know how to write these fancy programming languages, but we are expected to be data driven. Everybody is expected to be data driven. Agree? Every boss will give you big chunk of Excel sheet and they'll be like, analyze this data and tell me what are the insights and everything around it. And you're like, boss, मुझे formula लिखना नहीं आता. I don't know how to write a formula only. What do I do? Well, what if I told you all of you guys can be expert data scientists without writing a single line of code? You'll be like, Webhub, how? Well, this is how. I go to a tool like Claude. Okay. I simply go to a tool like Claude. And you know what? I will tell Claude to be my data scientist. What will I do? Let's say, let me see if I have a file of data. Okay. I have a file of data. Okay. This is some research that I was doing on global mobile phone pricing. Okay. That's an Excel file that I already have. It's a CSV. Like you can see, it's a lot of data, 1,000 rows of data. There is some file and your boss has given you, or you have this file and you want to analyze data of this. What do? Well, you just upload a piece of data like this and you give a prompt. What prompt do you give? You are an expert data scientist with more than 20 years of experience doing data analysis. Go through the data file that I've attached below and understand the data. Find me hidden insights of it, which most of the people can't find. Tell me all those insights so that I can present that to my boss. And also make sure you convert the whole thing into a beautiful dashboard with incredible visualizations. That way, I can read that table, I can read that dashboard and understand all the insights about this dashboard and also can share it with my team and look like a rock star. That is what I want you to do. There you go. I've given a nice little fun prompt. And when I click on the send button, you know what? AI will get to work. This AI will go through the whole data. You know what? It will write Python code. I know all of you guys don't know, most of you people don't know how to write Python code. Neither do I know. But AI is creating a list of things that it needs to do, right? And what it's going to do right now is that it's going to write code. It's going to write Python for us, figure out, do analysis for us, understand what is in the data, think about what are the visualizations it should create. It will do all that hard work on our behalf and eventually will create a dashboard. Look at this. It's writing something called bash. I have no idea what that is. I don't know how many of you understand what this means, but I don't know what it means. Look at this. It has written some bash. It has got some output. I don't even know what it's doing. But AI is doing its stuff. I don't need to know what it's doing. All I care about is the output. And you know what? If you leave it for like 10, 15 minutes to do its thing, what will happen is you will get something like this. I ran this some time back so that you can see and we don't have to wait for it. At this. It did all this analysis. It understood everything around it. And you know what? It did a bunch of steps. Look at the number of steps it went through. And it literally created this dashboard for us. Mobile global mobile prices 2025, comprehensive analytics dashboard, number of phones, number of brands, average price, RAM, blah blah blah. What are the key insights? You can see that here, and it has all this data as well. Guys, isn't this just insane? That you're able to upload a chunk of a Google sheet inside of AI, and it is able to write code and do all of that, and it's able to give you all the insights. Look at this. It did all this analysis and telling you all the analysis as well. How insane is this? And you can do this for free. And the reason why I use Claude is because Claude is very good with everything with respect to code. And when you want AI to do data analysis, you obviously want AI to write code. And that's exactly what I did here. Clear? All good? Give me a thumbs up if everybody is with me, learning new things, enjoying the session so far. All good? So what did we do? We learned how to do data analysis on Excel by getting AI to write formulas. Now, to take it to the next level, we dumped that Google Sheet inside of Claude also and said, act like an expert data scientist, and it built a dashboard for us also. Now, what is left in our work? One very important thing. We want our presentations to be automated. All of us hate writing presentations, hate building presentations. Let's say you want to create a presentation on any topic for that matter. right? You already know how to do research on the topic. You remember Perplexity? We did all the research using Perplexity and we got all this research. Let's say I want to convert this into a pitch deck. What do I do? Well, I'm going to just copy all this information and I would need to convert this into a presentation right now. I'm going to copy this, come to a free tool again, like Gemini. Okay. Paste this content, select a tool called as Canvas. If you want to build presentations using Gemini, select Canvas. Okay. Once you have selected the canvas, now that I've pasted all this information inside of it, right? I will come to the top and write a prompt. What is that I'm going to write a prompt as? I'm going to be like, you are an expert when it comes to crafting beautiful data driven decks. I want you to create a presentation or a deck which is completely minimal yet beautiful and super data driven. This is a research that I've created already and I've shared it below, which is a market research of Latin America for growth school to enter the market. Build a beautiful looking presentation with charts, graphs, and everything around it. My brand colors are black and neon green. So stick to those brand colors to build the rockstar presentation for me. Okay, go. My bad. Like I missed out on it. Copy the whole Mahabharat that I said and just paste the prompt. Okay, that's it, guys. That is it. I just ask it to act like an expert. Like a lot of people don't even know that you can create amazing presentations using Gemini only. Yes, Gemini can build the whole damn presentation for you. And you know what? Of course, it's going to take some time. It's going to take like 5, 6, 10 minutes, but you don't have to sit and wait. How is it doing the design? How is it building it? You don't have to wait. You just give the task and you move on. And you come back to it 5 minutes later once it has finished its job. Now, because I wanted to save your time and I didn't want us to sit and see how it has designed the presentation, I have already given this prompt some time back. Look at that. This is the prompt that I gave, very, very similar to what you saw. And guys, look at the presentation. Strategic expansion of growth school in Latin America. This is the first slide. The $50 billion market opportunity. Why LATAM? Why now? Market growth projection. Explosive demand for high value skills. Our strategic fit, the growth school advantage. Priority markets, Brazil and Mexico. Target segments. Phased launch roadmap. Go to market strategy. 3-year revenue projections. Questions, and it says, thank you. Guys, isn't this insane? And it is free. We just got Gemini to do this presentation. And you know what is the beauty? I can simply download this presentation or I can click on export to slides. And you know what? It will take about 5 minutes to do it, but it will open this presentation on Google Slides so that you can change the text, edit it, add an image if you want, add a new slide if you want, and you can do whatever you want using this. If you think this was 10x hack, drop a comment 10x in the chat. I also wanted to check if you guys are still out there or sleeping. Yes. Awesome. Now that we learned how you can use AI for your core skills and how you can use AI for your productivity, now let's use AI for your learning. Yes. Should we do this for learning? Yes. Give me a thumbs up. Awesome. Now, let's get into AI for learning. What is the first thing that we should do for this, by the way? What if I told you the best way to learn anything fast is by getting AI to do that for you? Let's say, hypothetically, right? If you want to read about something, read about a blog article. Okay, hypothetical scenario again. Uh, let's say GPT on November 2nd, GPT 5.1 was launched. I don't know how many of you know about this, but GPT 5.1 was launched. And there is this blog article about this. And you're like, okay, GPT 5.1 launched. There was GPT 5 that launched sometime back. What is the difference? And when you want to start reading about it, and you'll see all this complicated jargon, and you're like, you don't have the patience. And you are like, can someone read it and just tell me the answer? What is the difference between GPT-5 and GPT. I don't want to read all this or listen to this for 7 minutes. How many of you have faced that problem? That you don't want to read all of it. You want a single answer from the blog article. Please give me that answer. Yes. Well, you know what? I get AI to help me here. You might have seen this little black logo on every page that I was opening. What is this? This is my AI assistant on every single page. I have something called as Emily that I've installed on my computer. It is a Chrome extension and it is free of cost. Okay, I've already installed this Chrome extension. And once you have installed this Chrome extension, right, you can see this little thing here. By the way, we will share all the links with you like I promised. So don't worry about it. Now that you see this little thing, I can simply open this sidebar and you can see this. It says summarize this page, chat with this page. I can just say chat with this page. And you know what? Emily is powered by AI. As a result, it will read the whole page and look at it. It says, got it, ready to chat. About GPT 5.1 update. What would you like to know more about? I can just say, the article is so long. I don't want to read the whole thing. Can you please tell me what is the difference between GPT-5 and GPT 5.1 and why I should care about it in 3 points in simple language? I have this question. I sent it. And you know what? Because Emily has read the whole article, it will just tell you your answers. GPT 5.1 is smarter and more conversational, making chats warmer and more natural. Okay. It follows your instruction better, so it gives a clearer and more useful responses. Three, now you can easily customize ChatGPT's tone and style to match how you want it to respond. So now you know how GPT 5.1 is better than GPT. How do I know? I simply asked the question to my AI, which was running on the blog article. It read the whole blog article, and now I can continue to ask any question that I want. I can say, does it not lie anymore or does it not hallucinate anymore? I can ask that question. I can ask whatever question I want now. Because AI has read this article, it can keep answering. Like any current model, occasionally still hallucinates. However, it has improved following instructions and providing more accurate, cleaner, and context-aware responses compared to GPT. Good. Sounds good. Sounds awesome. We just are literally chatting with a damn blog article. How cool is that? Now you'll be like, Vaibhav, this is so good. But can you help me with something else? I want to watch a lot of podcasts, but these podcasts are so long. They're 2 hours long, 3 hours long. It is annoying. Can you help me with that? Well, what if I told you Emily works on that as well? By the way, guys, I hope this is not annoying because this is a podcast that I did with my friend Raj. This podcast has 2.6 million views. I don't know how many of you guys have watched it. It's on AI, right? Raj wanted me to be on the podcast, so I was there on his podcast on figuring out AI. And you see this podcast, and you're like, wait, it is 1 hour, 22 minutes long. I don't want to watch the whole podcast. Well, I think you should, but for whatever reason, if you don't want to watch the podcast, that there is Emily for your saving grace. You can see the E icon right here, which is Emily. I can just tap on it and I can simply say, summarize this video. That's it. And you know what? Emily is going to watch this whole 1 hour, 22 minutes video on your behalf. It will nicely summarize everything and it will tell you what are the things that were discussed. Isn't that wild? If you think this is wild, drop in a heart. If you think this is wild, drop in a heart. Look at that, guys. Look at that. It just went through the whole damn thing and gave me a summary of everything. Let's say you know obviously that I must have spoken about a lot of tools. So if I say, can you tell me all the tools that was covered in the podcast, which was AI tools? If I ask a question like this, you know what? Again, Emily has watched all of it. Here comes all the tools that we spoke about in the podcast. Now, all of a sudden, you have this superpower. Isn't this a superpower? You all of a sudden have a superpower to get AI to watch content on your behalf and summarize everything for you so that you can consume everything 10 times faster. Yes, Clear? Drop a comment clear in the chat, guys. Just again checking if everything is clear and you're and I'm making sense on everything that you're getting to know. Guys, I have a quick question. From a scale of 1 to 10, how is the session going on so far? From a scale of 1 to 10, how is the session going on so far? 1,000, 10,000, 8.9. My screen is not blurred. Your internet is bad. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Looks like all of you, and a few people are giving zero also. And one guy has given me 20 zeros at once. Sorry, my friend. I did my best. I know I can't make everybody happy, but I'm wondering if it's a zero, why are you still on the call? You just drop off, no? Anyways, I think you're trying to have fun with me, but that's okay. Okay, awesome. Now, let's move on to the next thing that I want to talk about. And this is a game changer, according to me. You know why it is a game changer? Because this is a 100x hack. And a lot of people think they know how to use this tool, but I know for a fact they don't. Because they look at this tool on the top and they say, oh, this is cool. That's it. But it's so powerful. And you know what this tool is? This is a tool that can help you learn anything 100 times faster. No matter how complex it is, no matter how difficult it is for you. And you'll be like, Vaibhav, why are you talking about learning? Learning, I'm not a student. Well, even if you're not a student, you know what? I'll tell you a story before I get here. Trying to remember. I think it's Sam Altman only. Somebody was asking if AI is going to take away all the jobs in the world. What should I learn today? What skill should I pick up if AI can do everything? Then Sam Altman or someone like I can't remember who that person was, but it's incredible what he said. He was like, you should learn how to learn faster. The only thing, the only skill that everybody needs to learn in the AI first world for you to win the world of AI is the fact that you should learn how to learn faster. Because if you learn how to learn faster, you'll always be ahead of everybody else. As a result, you will always win. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? So, learning the art of learning is an incredibly powerful skill. And I think when it comes to learning, right, there is one tool that is just insane. And I think nothing comes close to this. And that, my friends, is called as Notebook LM. And it's by Google. Now, a lot of people might have heard of Notebook LM, but you have no idea what it can do. I'm going to show you that today. Let's say there is this very, very complicated research paper on something called as attention is all you need. Now, this is a paper which is very interesting, by the way. If you're a geek like me, you would love it, quite frankly. But attention is all you need is how AI actually work. And this is the research paper written by Google, but it's very technical. I can't understand it either. How can I learn everything about this? Because I want to know how AI works. I'm curious. And you could put the same topic to anything that you want to learn for that, right? I'm giving an example here. Let's say I want to learn this. So what do? I just copy the URL of this article. I go to Notebook LM. I click on create a new notebook. And you know what? It allows me to upload sources that I want to learn from. Because it's a website, I'm going to select website, paste the URL, and click on insert. And you can see this, that resource is added. Now you'll be like, okay, this PDF is good. It has 10, 15 pages. Awesome. But you know what? I want information about this topic to come from multiple sources. I want it to come from YouTube videos. I want it to come from Wikipedia. I want AI to read all the articles that are present about this topic and then teach me. Well, you can do that as well. You can simply click on the discover button and you can say, I want to learn everything and all the perspectives on blog articles, on YouTube videos, and everything about this topic. Attention is all you need, which is this AI research paper. So there you go. I just said what I want. I click on submit button. And you know what? This Notebook LM tool, which is by Google, will actually look for sources, look for things that are on this topic. Look at this. It found a blog, it found a PDF, it found a few articles from Harvard, it found a YouTube video, it found multiple sources. I can simply click on import. Now, I have imported a lot of content about this topic. Attention is all you need. So I know I'm very confident right now that if I read about all of this, I can understand this topic very well. But who's going to read about all of this? Of course, I can say, can you explain me the topic in a simple way? I can ask a question like this, and you know what? It will go through all the all the articles that I've mentioned here. It will read about them. It will watch the YouTube video. It will do all that good stuff and can explain it to me in a simple way in plain English. The real superpower. Look at that. It has started to explain you in plain English. But the real superpower is who's going to read all this text? Can somebody teach me? Like I can get on a phone call with someone, but can somebody teach me? And can somebody teach this to me in Hindi because I understand Hindi better? Well, you know what? It can. You can simply click on this audio overview button and you see this little edit icon. When I tap on this, right, it gives me a lot of options. Huh? If you want it to be a deep dive, if you want it to be very brief, if you want to be a debate or critic, let's say I want it to be brief, and let's say I want to learn this in Hindi or Telugu, whichever language works for you. Where is Hindi? It has 200 languages or something like that. I select Hindi and I click on generate. And you know what? This AI tool will actually go through all the articles, understand what it is, and it will create, I'm not kidding, a podcast for you. It will create a podcast for you which you can watch, which you can listen to. So when you're going to work in your cab or taxi or in a bus of however you go to your office, you can plug in your earphones. It will take a few minutes. You can start listening to it. In fact, I've done this some time back, obviously, right? So let me show you something that I've done in the past. Okay, I'm gonna play this audio.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we are undertaking a mission, really, to cut through the complexity of modern AI and get right to the
Guys, this is the old one, so I generated this in English because the Hindi one is generating. I'm playing this for you.
architectural heart of it all, the transformer model. And this welcome to the deep dive. Today, we are undertaking a mission, really, to cut through the complexity of modern AI and get right to the architectural heart of it all, the transformer model. And
Guys, okay, you're watching this video, okay? And all of a sudden you got a doubt. I'm like, what do you mean by that? Or some doubt you got. What do you do? Well, if you were watching a podcast between me and Raj here, if you got a doubt, nobody could have answered. Only you can do is drop a comment, correct? Because we are not AIs here. But because this is AI, I could simply click
it
on
wasn't
this
just some
join
small
button.
up down. It was a total, oh, wait, someone wants to join. Hey, go for it.
Hey, my name is Webhav, and I want to know, I'm not a software engineer, I'm a founder. Do I still need to learn this transformer mechanism and attention mechanism and everything around it? Check this out now.
Hey, WebHub, that is an absolutely fantastic question.
A really important one, too.
For a founder or someone focused on strategy, you might not need to code the attention mechanism.
But understanding the implications of the architecture is essential for your business.
Exactly. The core idea here is the trade-off.
As a founder, you
Guys,
need to
if you
know
think this is
why, for
insane,
example, a
drop a
generative
comment
model like
insane in the chat.
GPT is slow for instant customer service.
That's the sequential.
Hey, yeah, what's up?
लेकिन मुझे ये समझ में नहीं आ रहा है कि इतना टेक्निकल चीजें मुझे क्यों सीखना है.
That's a great catch, WebHub.
You notice that we mentioned a link and didn't provide it right away.
We appreciate you holding us accountable on that.
We are about to dive into the technical details, but that initial thought was about the
Guys, did you just see what I did? I asked a question in Hindi and it was able to understand. How insane is that? You just tell me. And you know what? Yes, it is still generating, sadly, or else I would have shown you this. This is not it, guys. This is not it. You know what it can do, by the way? No? Okay, let's play this one. I don't know why
Welcome
it's
to
not.
the deep dive. Today,
Okay. Now there's a wrong one that I played. Okay, you know what? Let's move on. I wanted to show you something else. Okay. What I wanted to show you is this was audio overview, right? It was able to give you. In the same way, there's an option of video overview. In the same way, I can select whichever style I want. You can see multiple styles it has. And I can also select the language that I want. And once I do that, it's going to generate a freaking video for me. It generated a video for me and look at this video. So it's not just about audio. If you're someone who likes learning in form of videos, it can do that as well. And AI just
You know,
generated this
chances
video.
are you've used ChatGPT, or you've seen one of those wild AI generated images, or heck, even just used Google search. If you have, you've been right in the middle of this massive AI revolution. But what's actually powering it all? What's the engine under the hood? Well, it turns out a huge piece of the puzzle comes down to this one single brilliant idea that completely flipped how machines understand language. Back in 2017, some researchers at Google published a paper with this incredibly bold title.
Guys,
Talk about a
isn't
statement,
this
right?
absolutely
And listen,
crazy? You see how it has slides, how it has designs, how it has voiceover,
word.
how it is explaining you like it's a best teacher in the world. So AI literally created a presentation, created an audio, made that into a video and shared it with you. It's just for you. I told you this is something that will blow your mind because there's a 100x tool. And that is what it is. And not just that, right? It has a bunch of other things. It can quiz you, it can create flashcards for you, it can create a mind map out of it, it can create a report out of it, it can do a bunch of things. And that is why I think Notebook LM is a super tool when it comes to anything around learning. Now, this is great. You learned how to do all the learning part of it. What if I tell you, I can also teach you how you can make images of literally anything out there and stunning looking images? How do you go about it? Well, let's say that is what we're going to learn right now. And the name of the tool is called as Fort AI. Now, what is Fort AI? This is how Fort AI looks like. It's a great tool. You can sign in. And once you sign in, let's say this is a product that you're selling and you want to create product images of this so they can run ads. What can I do? I can simply come here, take a screenshot of this, or in fact, even better, take copy the URL of this product if you are selling this product on Amazon. Come to Fort AI and say, I want to generate a AI product ads. Now, before I generate this AI product ads, right, it can do a bunch of things like you can see. It can bulk upload, it can generate products ad, it can create AI visuals, it can generate AI graphics, it can do a product photo shoot, it can remove the background. If you have a blurry photo, it can improve the quality of the photo, it can do a bunch of things. This is a super app when it comes to images, and I would love for you guys to check this out. You can see I have a pro membership of this as well. Now, let's say I want to create a nice little graphic of this product, okay, which is a Samsung earphone. So I can come here, I can click on start creating new, and I can just enter the description that I want. Or the other thing that I can also do is I can come to AI product ads and say start creating product ads and just paste the URL of the Amazon URL. I click on continue. And you know what? Because I inserted the URL of this, it is smart enough to pull the product images. Now, if you don't have your product images, you had the option to upload that as well. Now it has uploaded the product images and the name and the descriptions and everything. I can simply click on continue. Now it's asking me, what kind of designs do you want? Photography banners or graphic? I'm just going to say, let AI decide. Why should I use my mind when you have great AI to work? Right? That's what I did. And you know what? It will take about 1 minute to generate stunning images for us. Literally stunning images for us. And that is the crazy part. I just uploaded image. From what? I uploaded the image from Amazon. I just gave the URL. It pulled the image of this earphone that is right here, and it has started to create an ad. You can see it will take about 1 minute to do it. So I'll not sit and wait for it to do it, but I thought you should know about it. And you just got to know about it. How insane is this? And a bunch of tools, guys. It's not just this. There are literally bunch of tools on the sidebar. It's AI graphics is there. You can make product video, which is coming soon. If you upload a design of someone else and you want a similar design like that, it can do that as well. It can do that in bulk. It can do everything that a Canva tool can do as well. You can drag and drop and do all that good stuff as well, right? If you have any work which has to do with product images, I think Fort AI is absolutely bonkers. Now, as it is generating this image, I also know a lot of you people would love to learn how to build a website using AI. Yeah? Would you want to learn how to build a website using AI? Well, let me show you one of the best tools when it comes to generating websites using it. Okay? And that is called as rollout.ai. site. Rollout.site is incredible. Again, we'll share all the links of all these tools so you don't have to worry. I can just come here and I can say, you are an expert website designer who has worked for brands like Apple. I want you to redesign my website, which is Growth School, in a way it looks like super premium, ultra premium, like the Apple website. Go ahead and do that for me. There you go. I've just given it the information and I say, here is the website. I say, I have to give the URL, right? So I just gave the URL right here and I click on generate. And you know what? This tool will literally go and check out, what is inside of Growth School. It will see the website. It will do all that good stuff. And then finally start building the website as well. Now we're going to come back to that. And here we are. Okay, there you go. Look at that. It just, Port AI just generated this image for us. All AI generated. There's a price, there's an option, there's everything. And the best part is I can move this text. You can see this. It will adapt nicely. I can change it anywhere I want and do all that good stuff right inside of this tool as well. That is Port AI, guys, which is quite cool. And now, rollout.site. Look at this. It has started to generate the website. You can see right in front of our eyes, it is generating our website. And you can see this, how much of the generation is done. Overall progress, 13%. You can see all the progress it is doing right now for us as. Now, it's going to take, it has to build a whole website. So it is going to take about 10 minutes to generate. So I'm not going to sit and wait all your time talking to you guys while it is generating a website. I'm going to move it to the side, let it do its job. We're going to move on and I'm going to show you guys what it's going to look like. With that being said, as it is generating the website, how many of you guys want AI to help you with your life and career? How many of you guys want AI to help you apply for jobs? Drop in a heart if that is something that you would like to learn. How can AI help you apply for jobs? Look at that. Crazy, crazy. Everybody wants to learn how AI can apply for jobs. Let's say, let's look for a job that you want to apply for. Okay, I'll go to LinkedIn. I'll click on jobs and I'm going to say job at OpenAI. Okay, let's say I want to apply for a job at OpenAI. I just search that. Let's see if there's OpenAI jobs. The bunch of jobs which are related to OpenAI, but not any in India clearly at this point of time because I'm right now in India. But let's say I want to apply for select OpenAI. Show results. Oh, there's zero results because we are in Bangalore. So I'm going to change this. San Francisco. Why not? Why shouldn't I? Right? And here it comes. A bunch of roles that are open. And let's say I want to apply for ChatGPT growth, product manager, ChatGPT growth. Or it pays me $300,000 a year. This is the job that I want to apply for. Now, the best way you guys know for you to increase the odds of getting a job is by, personalizing the resume. Yes. If you apply with the same resume for every single job, you will never get an interview call. But I don't have a resume. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just download my uh, LinkedIn profile. Okay. Give me a second. I'm just downloading my LinkedIn profile. Now, I think there you go, guys. This is my LinkedIn profile, which I just downloaded on the side because I didn't want to show you a lot of things here. But here's my resume. My resume is ready and I want to apply for this job. So what do? I just open ChatGPT, obviously, and I write a prompt. Look at this. You're going to learn something very new today. It's called chained prompting. Okay. What is chain prompting? You will see this live right now. First, I'm going to say a prompt like this. You are an expert career counselor who has helped thousands of people get their dream jobs. What I want you to do is I will share my resume. I want you to go through my whole resume and tell me the things that you like about my resume and the things that I should improve about my resume so that my odds of getting an interview goes up. There you go. I've given a prompt. And now what do I do? Because I've downloaded this resume of mine, I'm just going to drag and drop and attach it here. Okay. Sometime it is still loading. Okay, there you go, done. I click on send. And you know what? Because I said you're an expert counselor who's helped thousands of people get their jobs, I'm basically asking AI to review my resume. And you know what? That's what it's going to do. It's going to tell me a bunch of things that I can improve my resume with. But you know what? To be very frank, I don't care about this. The reason why I asked AI to improve my resume is because I'm going to ask AI to improve my resume. I just asked it what are the things that I should improve. Now that AI told me what I should improve, I'm going to just tell AI, okay, these are great learnings that you have shared with me. Can you incorporate all these learnings and improve my resume? When I say something like that, you know what? AI is going to rewrite the whole resume based on the improvements that it just told me I should make. Why should I sit and do it? Now, AI is doing all of this for myself. Now, very interestingly, I can also edit this instead of relying on just this, right? I can change the game. Okay. I can say, instead of saying just improve my resume, I will say, you know what? Not just improve my resume, do something better. I am applying for this job, which I'm going to share it in the share it below. I'm sharing the job description of the job that I want to apply below. I want you to go through that job description, read about that job description, and rewrite my resume so that I get my chance of getting an interview call in this company goes up significantly. Here's the job description. So rewrite my resume for this job descriptions and also incorporate all the changes that you thought I should improve. The resume should be a 10 out of 10 in a way that if I use this resume to apply, I should definitely get an interview call. Okay. Just because you said definitely should get an interview, you will not get one, but it increases your odds. I'll say here is the job description. And you know what? I just copied this job description here. I'll copy this. The job that I want to apply for, come here and I paste it. That's it. I'll click on the send button. And you know what? Now, ChatGPT will rewrite the whole resume for me. It will read the job description. It will go through all the suggestions that it made for my own resume. And it will literally rewrite the whole resume for me. Right now, you can see it is thinking. That is, it is going through a chain of thought. This is called as chain of thought. I can just say answer now as well. It can burst out the whole answer for me at once as well. And here it comes. Look at this. This is very, very cool. Okay. It's asking me follow-up question. One question I need from you, ultra important. For this role, I need to position you as a product plus growth PM, not just a founder or a marketer. Which angle would you want the resume to lean towards the most? I told it to act like a career counselor. So it's acting like one. Okay. So it's giving me two options. How do you want your resume to be designed as? Growth PM with insane distribution firepower or product manager who's built AI experiences at scale? Okay. I prefer this. So I'm going to just paste this. Look at how cool this is. AI is literally asking me follow-up questions to understand how I want my resume to be and still asking me follow-up questions. Now I'm going to be like, don't ask me any more follow-up questions. Just give me my resume right now using your own knowledge. Ideally, I would answer all the questions it's asking me because I want my resume to be a great one. And here comes my resume, guys. Resume, guys. Name, growth product leader, a quick summary, core skills, founder experience, all that. It is now rewriting my whole resume for the job description that I'm applying for right now. And I get a brand new resume and I can literally say, okay, this is great. Can you convert this into a PDF so that I can use this to apply for jobs? I can literally say something like that. And you know what? That will work as well. It can convert the whole resume into a PDF because it knows how to write code. We don't know how to write code, so we cannot automatically convert it. But it can convert that into a PDF in a single shot. And it will be able to give us. In fact, I'll tell you one more nice little trick. Let's say you want to apply for 10 different jobs. You give out all the 10 job descriptions of it. It will create 10 different resumes for you. And you say, give me all the 10 PDFs separately. And it will do that as well. So you can get like hundreds of resumes personalized for the job created by AI. And there you go. The resume is here. Get that? We have it right here. Now, very important. Let's say you applied using this resume and you got an interview call. Now, AI wrote your resume. You don't remember what it wrote because you applied for hundreds of jobs like this. And you are like, I wish someone can do a mock interview with so that I could learn, I could practice before my real interview happens. Who is going to do your mock interview? AI will. You see, you'll click on this button called as voice mode, which is right here. Hey, act like an expert interviewer working for the OpenAI team. You have my resume, you have my job description. Ask me really, really difficult questions like you work at OpenAI and you're interviewing me for this role. And feel free to make it very difficult. And once all the questions are done, ask me questions one at a time. Once all the questions are done, give me a full detailed summary of how I could improve as well.
Absolutely. Let's jump into a mock interview mode. I'll be your OpenAI interviewer and I'll ask you one challenging at a time. Once we run through them all, I'll give you a detailed
Guys,
debrief
how
on how you
crazy is
did
this?
and where you could polish up. Let's start. Let's say you're tasked with increasing the discovery and adoption of ChatGPT in a new international market that has little awareness of AI tools. How would you design a top of funnel strategy for that scenario and what experiments would you prioritize in the first 90 days?
Well, that's a great question. The best thing that I would do very simply is make ChatGPT free for like 6 months and do a lot of PR and probably meet the prime minister of that country and make him announce it because you guys are OpenAI. You probably can do that.
Good start. That's definitely a bold approach. Leveraging high profile partnerships and a big PR splash is a solid way to drive awareness quickly. Offering a free period is a nice top of.
Guys, you see, you get the idea. You get the idea. You can literally get yourself interviewed by AI, and the approach works incredibly well because it has your job description, it has your resume, so it knows everything about you. Because it knows everything about you, it can literally interview you like a boss. Awesome. Isn't this awesome? Drop a boom in the chat if you found what I just shared is awesome. This is chain prompting. First, we gave a resume, we asked it to give it feedback. Then, we gave a job description, we asked it to generate a resume on that behalf. Then, we asked it to do a PDF as well. And finally, we got AI to do a mock interview of us as well. Guys, I told you, it is all about getting AI to make it work for you. And that is what I. Now, what if I take it to the next level? What if I tell you that you can automate your life with AI? And what if I tell you the browser that I'm using right now is not Chrome, but an AI browser? It is powered with AI where it can literally do my job for me. Do you want to see an example? Do you guys want to see how I use my AI browser? Give me a thumbs up. And you know what? My team is going to teach you how you can get this AI browser for free for 1 year towards the end of today. Okay. That is also something you'll get this AI browser for free for 1 year end of today. So stick around for that as well. But let me show you how I work on every day. Now you see, because I taught you so many things, all these tabs are open. And I want to close all these tabs. Let's say I only want to close all the chat GPT and AI tool tabs. How do I do it? Well, you know what? There is something called as assistant right here. I can open this up and I can just say, hey, could you go through all the tabs that I've opened? I see a lot of chat GPT, Gemini, Claude, Grok tabs open. Can you close all the AI assistant tabs for me? It is too cluttered right now for me. And I don't want to go through each one of them. So just close all the AI assistant tabs for me. And there you go. That is all I say. I click on the send button. My hands are off. Okay. And you know what it's going to do? It's going to understand what I just said. It's going to understand what I just said, go through all the tabs that are out there, and it will literally try to close them. Oh, look at this. This is very interesting. I put it in a problem. Because I've opened Chat GPT tab here, it is like, do you want me to close this tab also? Because if I close this tab, the tab, I mean, even the assistant will get closed because I said Chat GPT tab. So the other thing that I can do is I could like literally paste the same thing. This is very smart. I didn't notice it. I can just open a new window and I can just paste it here. And you know what? Because the whole thing, like I told you, is an AI agent, it got it, it probably understood it, and I just said close all the AI assistant tabs. It will basically should be able to go through all the tabs, and I don't have to sit here and see how well it is doing, by the way. I don't need to do that. I could just go on the other page and continue to do my work, and it will do the work for me. Okay. This is so weird. Guys, everything that has to go wrong has to go wrong when you're doing a live demo. And that is what is happening right now. Okay, let me try one more thing and let's see if it is working today or not. Or maybe it's a bad day for you and me for me to show you. Okay, let's try one more. Can you open the YouTube video that I was watching sometime back? It was basically a podcast with two people on AI. Can you open that YouTube video for me? There you go. I've just asked. I use it like this. Okay. I am just saying, can you open the YouTube video that I was watching and look at this? Boom, it worked. It literally opened that YouTube video that I was watching sometime back all by itself. Not everything doesn't work. Everything does work. Okay. How crazy is this? Let's try one more now. I'm getting some confidence. Okay. I'm going to say there was this complicated research paper that I was reading, which is something around attention. Can you help me open that research paper again? Because I can't seem to remember what it was. Boom, that's it. I send a prompt. Look at this. There are a lot of times when you are reading something and you can't seem to remember it. Look at that. The Notebook LM window is directly opened for us. How crazy is that? Okay, let's try the tab thing again. Okay. Can you close all the tabs except for the one where I have my presentation on Google Slides? Close the rest of the tabs for me. Let us see if it works. If it doesn't work, then today AI has not been very kind to us, is what I would imagine. Guys, it is literally a browser that is able to do things on your command. How crazy is that? I mean, of course, right? Today, something is off. It's not able to access the tabs. Okay. Something is off today. The tab thing is not working, which is fine. I use this all day, by the way. For whatever reason, it's not working today. Okay. Which is weird, but that's okay. There are other things I can do. Do you want to see the power of that? Well, you know what? I run a newsletter. Okay. It's been a while since I've sent a newsletter, but I actually run a newsletter. And I basically want to know the open rate of the newsletter, but I don't want to go there, open and read about it. What can I do? I can just again open the assistant on any window that I'm on, or just open this add button, and I can say, can you go through, can you check what is the recent open rate that I've got on my newsletter? I want to see the recent post and how much is the open rate of that newsletter. Okay, let it do its task here. I'll come here and I'll ask it one more task. Can you check my LinkedIn? Go through that. Let it do its job. Go go check my LinkedIn and tell me what are the most unread messages on my LinkedIn. Read about all of them and tell me if there's something important that I should address it right away. So you see, I get literally like hundreds of LinkedIn messages every single day. It's almost impossible for me to do that. And guys, here I told it to do some magic here, and it is doing that magic right here. In this case, I asked it to check out my email open rate. That is what it is doing. Here, it is checking out my LinkedIn. You can see I'm not doing anything. It has gone to my LinkedIn. Now it is opening up my LinkedIn messages as well. How crazy is this? Now I don't want you guys to see my LinkedIn messages, obviously, but do you get the point of the power of this tool? If you think this is insane, drop a comment insane in the chat. It can literally watch my messages, summarize them for me, tell me what are the messages that I should read about. It can do everything, but today, for whatever reason, it's not able to close my tabs, which is very weird, but that's okay. Right? Awesome. Awesome. I'm glad all of you guys are having a great time. Someone is like, no privacy from AI. Someone's like, peak laziness. Not really. I am all about optimizing for my time, right? I want AI to do all the donkey work for me, and that is what I'm doing. I'm getting AI to do all the work for me so that it can summarize me, it can tell me faster, so I can do more work. That is the way to go. Now that we have come so far, I've just realized I've not even introduced myself. I've taught you like a ton of things, but I've not even introduced myself. Guys, can I take like 5 minutes to introduce myself? I was supposed to add slides on this, but looks like I forgot to add my slides also for the second time. Okay, let me quickly pull in slides of my introduction, and I'll take like 5 minutes to introduce. What slides do I have? Okay, I can say, can you pull the Google slides of AI roadshow? So I recently gave a talk at Google that has my introduction, and I don't want to go into Google Drive, search for that file, and do all of that. I want AI to do all of that for me. I hope it's fine. It finds it. I said, okay. I said road shop. Sorry, it's AI roadshow. Okay. Let the AI agent do all the job. Look for that file, find it, open it up for me. Hopefully, it does today, and doesn't act very difficult for me. And there you go. It has found me the file here. You can see this. I can simply tap on this, and here it comes. Okay, guys, let me quickly do my introduction so that you get some sense of who I am, because I realized I didn't do it. By the way, this is the deck that I created for a talk at Google. It has my introduction, so I thought maybe I can use this. By the way, for all the people wondering, I know it's been like good 100 minutes, almost 2 hours since I've been speaking, but I just told you my name is Vaibhav, and that's all I told. This is who I am. My name is Vaibhav Sisanti. And just to get you some idea who I am, right? I'm father to this beautiful girl. Her name is Phoebe. Uh, any Friends fans here? Any Friends fans here? The Friends show. Yeah, she is taking inspiration from the character Phoebe Buffet from Friends, right? Also, my chief cuddling partner. I studied in Orissa in a small town called as Barampur. Of course, it's not a town; it's a city right now. So I speak Oriya, I write Oriya. Kemiti achhe to samaste if you can speak and write Oriya. And but I come from a Telugu family, so I speak Telugu as well. So ela unnar mirandaru. And Hindi bhi bahut hi अच्छी तरीके से आता है because of Bollywood, and I speak English as well. While I can speak 4 different languages, I was a terrible student because I studied in ICSE. I don't know how many of you guys are ICSE people. Any ICSE people here? Give me a thumbs up. This was my report card, guys, of I think 7th grade or 8th grade. 47%, 46%, 48%. We were taught Julius Caesar in the name of English. What do you expect a kid to do? So I used to get 45, 46%. This is all I used to get, right? But I used to manage to pass even in my engineering. But in my engineering, right, I launched my first startup. It was called Discovering Android, and you can see 11 11 11. And you know what? Google banned us because I was teaching people how to hack Android, and Google was like, screw you, I will not allow you to teach. As a result, they banned us from the internet. But you know what? That was great because after that, I started one more startup, which was called Crazy Heads. I ran that for 4 years. That did very well, won awards and whatnot. But after that, I joined Uber. This was back in the day in 2015, and it was very early at Uber. I launched Uber in a bunch of cities. By the way, this is Travis, the founder of Uber. This was in a party at Las Vegas that Uber took me to, which was crazy. It was my first job ever. I worked there for about 5 years. Crazy stuff in India, in LATAM. I've spent a lot of time in the US, did a lot of fun. And then after that, I got laid off because of, I mean, not literally laid off, but it's a long story short. Something happened. I chose to leave. Then I joined the next company, which was Klook. I worked there, scaled the business from 5 to $25 million. And then pandemic happened and I got laid off again. And when that happened, I was like, I should start something. I love teaching. I was running some experiments, and that led to me starting Growth School. And today, Growth School has raised $5 million, about 40 crores in funding. And thanks to them, I'm able to teach you a bunch of things for free as well. But yeah, we've raised $5 million of funding, and this happened some time back. And today, we're a team of 150 plus people. We have taught more than 10 million learners and 30 plus countries. We have won LinkedIn top startups and every good stuff that I can imagine. This is my story. But 12 months back, something happened. What do you mean? Oh, guys, I just got surprised by reading this 12 months back. Something happened. I was like, oh, now I remember. But this is a presentation that I created to present all the Google for startups. And this actually is a very interesting presentation. It's a 15-minute talk that I did. By the way, just to give you a heads up, I get paid 10 to 15 lakhs to do this talk in front of employees. So companies invite me into their companies to teach and talk to their employees and to motivate them to learn AI, right? And I have built this presentation for that, for which I literally charge. My starting price starts at 10 lakhs. It goes up to 15, 20, 25 lakhs based on the number of employees they have. Now that this is open, do you want me to show you or present you what I present them? This is only very few employees who have paid a ton of money have come across this. Drop in a heart if you guys would want me to take you through this. I think it's going to be very, very powerful because this is basically a roadmap that I've created for you to become an AI beast. Like I told you, I charge a bomb for this for corporates, but incidentally, it is open so I can show you this. Yes, okay, I love the hearts. My team is going to hate me for doing this, but I'm going to do it anyway. You see, 12 months back, something happened. And what that was is my sales team that I had internally was literally struggling. You see, the amount of revenue that we wanted to generate wasn't happening. And my team was not able to close down enough sales. This was like not 12 months back. Right now, it's been 16 months, right? And I sat down, went deep into ChatGPT, deep into AI workflows. And you know what? I built products for them. 2 weeks later, that grew our revenue by 63. And this is when it got me thinking. The next couple of months, I deep dive into the world of AI. I tried to apply AI in every single function out there. And that is when I realized there was so much money I left on the table. I literally spent 10, 20, 30 hours a week learning AI. And you know what? It changed my life. It changed the way we operated business. It changed the way people worked in our company operated as well. It was quite insane. So I started teaching others. And this was not 9 months back. I started to teach this to others about 18 to 20 months back. And I ended up teaching more than 5 million people by now. It's a slightly old deck, but I've ended up teaching more than 5 million people over the world about AI, my podcast, my content, and everything around it. Today, my Instagram has 1.2 million followers. All these numbers are slightly old. Like you can see, LinkedIn has more than 500,000 followers. Twitter has 100K. In fact, I run a newsletter as well. But this ended up making me an accidental content creator. I also run the world's largest AI newsletter, which has 3 million readers. And on top of that, I got invited by the best of the people to do podcasts. I got invited by OpenAI to their summits and whatnot. I was part of them as well. And that is what happened because the power of AI. And when all these things happen, I want you guys to leverage the power of AI as well. So if I even connect both this presentation and what we have learned so far, right? Today, we ended up learning a lot of tools, lot of workflows, lot of everything around it. But how do we take it to the next level? No matter who you could be a business person, you could be working in a passionate project. It doesn't matter what you're doing. How can you take it to the next level? How can you learn everything around AI step by step? That is what I wanted to. I wanted to teach you how and what I did to increase my revenue to 63% in 2 weeks. You see, Here's the thing. The reality is when most people try to learn AI, right? The problem why they suck at it is because there are literally tens of thousands of AI tools out there. And every time you go to a random YouTube video, they tell you a different story. And you're hopping between AI tools, you're watching them. By the time you're finished watching, there's another video which says this is the best tool. So you literally spend months trying to figure out this thing called AI and you barely make any progress. Is that correct? Everyone who I've spoken to who have tried to learn AI, right? They've fallen into this nightmare position of they're trying to learn something, but it's becoming very, very hard for them. Guys, do you agree with me? Drop me a thumbs up. So I tried to understand where is the gap. The gap is due to lack of knowledge without, backed practical applications. So here is how, for free, something that I used to charge a bomb to the brands for, a step-by-step process of how you can go from beginner to an AI powered powerhouse. I hope you guys are taking notes because this is very, very powerful. You see, most of the people that I know are using AI's only 1% power. You see, everyone has like a Ferrari, but everyone is driving it in the first gear. You have a bloody Ferrari, fly, no? But people don't know the power of a Ferrari here, which is AI here. That is because if you want to leverage the full power of this Ferrari, which is AI, you need to know what is happening under the hood. You need to know how AI works. Because once you know what is happening under the hood, AI stops looking like a complex thing, or AI stops looking like magic, and it starts looking like something that you can control. You can be the magician if you know how AI works in the backend. So, the most important thing that you need to learn when it comes to how AI works is to understand something called as tokenization, where you need to learn how AI converts everything that you're sending, right, into something called as tokens. That is the first thing that you need to know. And once you have learned that, you need to understand the basics of what the attention mechanism is. Because the moment you know how tokenization works and how the attention mechanism works, you can literally understand how AI actually works in the backend. When you send a message to AI, how does it give you a response? And if you know how it works in the backend, and you don't have to be an engineer for this, you will be able to learn how to fly with this Ferrari of AI. Do you guys agree with me? If you know how things work in the backend, you can do a much better job at leveraging the full potential of it. That is why you should learn tokenization, things like context, things like attention mechanism. It will make you a beast. Now you learned all these technical concepts. That was step 3, right? Your step 4 is to play with something called as OpenAI Playground. 90% of people, actually 99% of people have no idea about this. When you go to platform.openai.com/playground, what you see are advanced controls. In ChatGPT, you can just enter an answer question, you can get an answer. That's it. But what if I tell you there are advanced settings that you can change inside of something called as OpenAI Playground, because of which you can change the kind of outputs you're getting. There is something called as temperature. There's something called as stop p value, frequency penalty, presence penalty. As you change the settings, it's like those advanced settings of all these AI models. If you change them, right, you don't need to be a developer. As you change them, the kind of outputs that you get fundamentally changes. So master these controls so that you control this Ferrari better. Learn how to change the gear. Learn how to play with all the settings. Learn how to click on that nitro engine so you can fly faster. That is about doing all these controls. Now, you know how to use AI. You know how to, how AI works in the backend. You know how to master all the controls. Great. You know how to play with the playground. What do you do next? You master the art of talking to AI in the right way. You see, we saw this as an example. I showed you this as an example today, where you can send a prompt and you can get an answer. That is not a problem. But when you put that magic prompt formula with role, instructions, and everything, you saw the kind of output it came. That is the kind of things that you need to learn, the prompt pyramid. And not just this, I told you there are a bunch of prompting techniques that you should learn for you to be able to get the most out of AI. And you cannot say, it's okay, my friends don't know about it, so I don't, if I don't know, that's fine as well. Well, Don't you want to go ahead? Don't you want to be better than everybody else? So stop acting like one and learn all the advanced prompting techniques. Guys, take a screenshot. This is not going to be given to you. This was not planned to be covered. So take a screenshot. There are things like zero shot prompting, one shot prompting, few shot prompting, role prompting, style prompting, tree of thought, chain of thought. You should learn these prompting techniques so that you can get the most out of AI. And you know what? Not just learning the prompting techniques and the frameworks, you should actually engineer everything. Control the prompt, control the advanced settings, also control which AI model you're using to get the best out of AI. This is when you learn how to make AI work hard for you, not you working hard. You have to make AI work hard for you. And that is where the game is. Because when you learn so much of prompting, you should feel like I want to use this prompting in different AI models as well. But that is just the first checkpoint. You know how AI fundamentally works. You can improve the outputs by better prompting, and you can change the parameters and get a better control on AI as well. The step number 7, like I told you already, is to choose the AI in the right way. Which AI model should you use where? Today, I quickly spoke about multi already, where we dumped the same prompt and we got answers from multiple AI models. Yes, you got it. But how can you take this to the next level? You can start playing with multiple LLMs. In fact, there's this platform called as Hugging Face Open LLM Leaderboard, which literally shows you which AI model right now is on the top so that you can pick the best AI models to get you the best output. But you know what? Just using the right AI model, there are 500 AI models, by the way, FYI. Just using the right AI models is obviously not enough. You should also use the right AI tools to get your task done. So the next step that I recommend everyone to do is to explore AI tools and build an AI toolkit. There are so many tools out there which can do a lot of things. Like this tool, which is basically called as Manus, which intelligently creates personalized resume with AI at scale, all automatically in an agentic way. There are tools like GenSpark. There are tools like Runnable. There are tools like Notebook LM that you learned today. There's tools like Google AI Studio. There are tools like Cloud Skills. You need to learn all these tools. Learn how to get them to work for you. That is what is important. And not just right? Not just that, right? You can explore ways to convert your voice to text. There are tools like I just showed you today where I was just talking to it and was able to convert whatever I was talking into text and it was sending. I have stopped using keyboards. Have you noticed every time I try to type something on keyboards, how broken my text is? That is purely because I've stopped using keyboard. I do everything with voice. And the moment you start doing everything with voice, right, everything changes. That is where tools like Whisperflow comes into the picture. And you go deep into tools like Google DeepMind, Deep Research, and go into Google Apps as well. And then you go into Perplexity Labs as well to be able to digest a bunch of content inside of it. Now, we have unlocked a new world of AI for productivity. You know which AI model to use. Of course, you know how to prompt an AI. Of course, you know how to use the AI. Now you know which AI model to use. Which layer of AI would you want to understand to do things that you want to? Resume, songs, video, audio, voice, everything that you want to know is sorted. You have right now not just an understanding of AI tools or AI assistants, but actually know about good 25, 30 AI tools, which basically makes it a AI toolkit for yourself. Are you guys with me so far? Am I making sense? Am I making sense? This is your way to go. This is your way to learn. On step number 11, you now start building workflows. Where now that you've learned 20, 30 different tools, you explored them, you played with them, you put them together. You put them like workflows. And you know what? You don't just do tasks one at a time, you get your whole job automated using AI by doing something called as AI workflows, where you're connecting multiple apps together to do step 1 on this app, step 2 on this app, step 3 on this app. I'll give you an example. There's a tool called a Snitch by Google. On Stitch, you can generate a beautiful UI, and you can take that UI and go into a tool like Build by AI Studio, and you can get that UI converted into a full-fledged product. Then you can take that product and go into a tool like GenSpark to create all the creatives for that. Then you can use a tool like Magix to actually put those creatives and run ads automatically to generate sales for the products. If you know which AI tool can do what, you can connect all of them to make it work for you. And that is what a AI beast would do. And I already told you about a few workflow. For example, there is one more. You can effectively find ways. If you want to do data analysis, there is a way where you can plug all your data files onto one, and you can build a bot where on your Slack or your Microsoft Teams or WhatsApp, you can ask a question. AI will go through all the data files that you've uploaded, scrape through all the informations, give you the insights, and pass it back to you. Today, AI is capable of doing that using tools like Make and N8N as well. It is incredibly powerful. But so far, everything that we have done is with text. The next level of unlock comes with images and videos. You can do so many things, guys, with images and videos that it's not even funny. You can master image generation, understand basic things like nuances like camera angles, lighting, style parameters, and all of that. And you know what that will lead to? Things like this. Every single image that you see here, where I'm looking like the Zomato guy, where it's a blood on my face, where I'm wearing a red, where I'm looking like Joker here, where I'm looking like Oppenheimer here, where I'm looking like a mix of Rohit Sharma and me, where there is Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk fighting, to me looking like this. Everything is AI generated. This is called as aesthetic prompting. And you can do all of this yourself. Understand, now that you have generated images, you can also learn how to write compelling scripts using AI. How can you get the whole story done by AI? And you can build AI script generators like this, where you can do work that will take like literally days in a few minutes. And this is more creative than the best people out there. And not just that, you can turn these scripts into videos. You don't even need a camera studio or anything like that, because AI can make images, AI can make audio, AI can make video as well. Let me play one of them so that you get a sense. I hope this
Meet
plays.
the Jack Sparrow of today's world, the ultimate jack of all trades. Need to analyze a complex dataset in minutes? Jack's got you. Want a viral social media strategy? Jack can create one in minutes. Got a
You can see that that is me like Jack Sparrow.
People say, I don't have superpowers, but no matter how much the world changes or how complicated a challenge is, I'm always ready for it. And that can be your superpower too. In this generative AI workshop,
Guys, isn't this insane? Come on. Isn't this insane? I know it's funny. I know it's crazy. But obviously, me as Batman is funny, right? Me as Jack Sparrow is funny. But everything is generated using AI. And that is the power of this. The voice is generated using AI, which sounds like a human being. The video is generated using AI. In fact, the music that you're listening to is also generated using AI. I don't know how many of you guys were there in the beginning. The song that you heard of Growth School was also AI generated. You can use tools like Smallest. You can use tools like Minimax to generate audio, generate sound effects, generate everything that you need to know. And you can put everything together, the audio, the music, the video. You put everything together to make a full production thing without even knowing or without even being a creative person, without ever using a camera. That is the power of AI today that most people don't. And you can become a creative powerhouse. Now, a lot of people might be like, Weber, why do I need to become a creative powerhouse? My job is in product, my job is in finance. Well, that is your today's job. Tomorrow's job is going to be all AI powered problem solving or something called as AI. For this, you need to know everything that AI is capable of, because you're going to live in a new world altogether. Now that you have done all of this, you jump into the advanced phase. It's time to take the gear up. Here, you stop being the user and become the architect. You convert everything that you have built into systems. You build multiple assistants to do your work in parallel for you. For that, you build things like GPTs, gems, bots without writing a single line of code to automate the things that you were doing same again and again and again. Everything AI will do for you, and you can build these bots without writing a single line of code. In fact, you can establish a strong control as well, and you can build completely custom workflows. Then you identify all these repetitive tasks. That is what I mean by leaving money on the table, and you get AI to run them for you while you're sleeping. You can do all of this today. You can build automation workflows using tools like N8N, Crew AI, Opal, Agent Kit to build incredible workflows like this, which can work while you are chilling. And finally, you graduate from automations and workflows to actually building agents, which will get as less human intervention as possible. The next step, now that you've built agents, you see how far you have come when you follow these steps in 16 steps. Now that you have learned the way LLMs work, how to prompt it, how to change the parameters, how to build everything around it, how to build bots, how to play with images and videos. Now that you've gone how to build agents, how to build automations, now it's your time to turn your ideas into real solutions. You can literally describe your idea and complete a prototype using AI today. Complete thing. You don't have to be an engineer. It will write the code, it will connect to the databases to build a full-fledged product with it. You build a complete AI system, a multiple AI tools working in tandem for you. It's like you have multiplied yourself into 20 people and you're doing the job. That is what a future employee looks like. Think of this as a kitchen. You don't need every spice in the world. You just need the right ones. And when you use them, you become the best cook in the world as well. That is what you need to do. And here are all the steps in one glance, guys. These are the 19 steps that I recommend everyone to follow for them to become an AI beast. I hope this was very, very useful. In fact, let me tell you this, take a screenshot of this. Just take a screenshot of this. This is a 6-month roadmap. If you want to learn everything that I just told you, this is how you should split your time and learn everything around it so that by end of 6 months, you truly become a beast when it comes to AI. And these are all the tools that you should be learning. I'll keep this on for a second. In fact, do you want me to share this deck? I was planning not to do it so that you have all these files access and handy so you can learn each of them step by step. Boom in the chat if you want me to share this deck. I will not be sharing the other deck, but if you want this deck so that you can use it to learn about each one of them. Guys, by the way, from a scale of 1 to 10, how was this presentation? This is something that people who are working in top brands and the companies have paid me a bomb for has only listened to. Now all of you guys got access to this as well. Okay, I came into this deck to kind of give my introduction. I ended up giving you this whole talk. But anyways, I'm glad you found some value. There are a bunch of tools that you need to learn like Apify, Lizer, AI Studio, 11 Labs, Power Automate, N8N, Kling AI. Feel free to take a screenshot, guys. Superjoin. These are your toolkits. This is how you get ahead of everybody else, not by using ChatGPT. I hope this has opened your mind today. Okay, with that being said, let's come back to our old deck and come back to our old flow and come back to our session. Folks, it's been more than 2 hours, and here is everything that you have learned already. You have learned prompt engineering, you learned AI for research, you learned how to get AI, multiple AIs to work for you, you learned how to do productivity using AI, you've learned AI on Excel, you learned how to build dashboards using AI, you learned how to build presentation using AI. Drop in a heart if you guys had a great time today. Summarize anything on web using Emily, learn anything super fast using Notebook LM, everything, how to generate with photo AI image, how to apply for jobs, how to automate everything using AI browsers. In fact, I also gave you a gold mine of information that I was not planning to share with you. And a quick reminder, something else that I told you, I promised you that I will give you is my team will come and teach you how to get this AI agent browser that I'm using for free, the chat GPT for free, and Gemini for free as well. How can you get all of this for free? And of course, the resources, the prompts, the decks, everything will be shared with you. But I have a question for you. And I want you guys to genuinely answer me. Okay. You have spent the last couple of hours with me. You know how we teach, how I go about it. And we have done this for you guys. I wanted to genuinely ask a question to you. Do you want to continue to learn with us? Boom in the chat if you want to continue to learn with us. Would you like to join a program that will 10x yourself? Actually, that will teach you everything that you saw, the 6-month roadmap that you saw right here. What if I teach you all of this in a really, really fast time? I'm going to run a poll and I want to know what you guys think. If there are enough people who tell me, give me the details, I want to know about a program that you have built, I will show you something that you will be absolutely mind blown. But I want you guys to quickly answer this poll for me. You see, guys, as you answer this poll, I wanted to give you some context. We at Growth School have built something absolutely exceptional to get started, to help you get started with the journey of AI. And I love it. I love the answers. I'm just sharing the poll. Literally, literally 68 plus 24% are like, I want to know about this program. Give me details, say 68% of people. 24% people say yes, but I need some time. I will give you the time right now as well. And only 8% of people are people who said, no, I'm not interested. So people who are not interested, you can happily drop off from the call because we are pretty much done with